Good morning, Roll Gang, and welcome on inside to another episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. I am your host, Pro Sesher Sky, here with this midweek mailbag episode of the show. I got a whole bunch of questions from the Roll Gangers on Instagram and actually on Twitter, and I am super excited to answer these questions with you guys, Roll Gang. Good morning. Welcome on into this Wednesday. It's the last day of August, closing out this beautiful summer here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and just so excited for the future coming up. I'm sorry, Roll Gang. I keep saying tomorrow about Sarah Franks, the director of marketing at Amsterdam University, but she will be coming on the show tomorrow, Roll Gang, for Canon News Thursday. As we have scheduled, Sarah and I, we wanted to be able to drop the Amsterdam University red carpet news on Canon News Thursday here on the show. So super excited to get on into this midweek mailbag episode. I got some banger questions from the Roll Gangers here on this Wednesday morning. But while I roll up and get ready to smoke, get ready to burn as we do every weekday morning, as we awoke, so now we smoke. But quick shout out to the sponsors of the show for making it happen for us and making this show possible, helping out the Roll Gang. Amsterdam University, the first ever cannabis college in the country. Gain your cannabis knowledge now. Don't wait for the industry to keep budding and exploding. This cannabis industry is just absolutely exponentially growing. Seems like on a day-to-day basis, this industry is booming. Billions of dollars spent nationwide on this amazing plant. So if you want to claim your stake in this up-and-coming industry and really get something big time to put on your resume that's cannabis related, you can't just say, oh, professional stoner, been smoking for 20 years. No. Amsterdam University Certificate of Cannabis Business. Certificate of Cannabis Horticulture. You cannot beat these resume builders. Use promo code Rolling Spoon, one word, Rolling Spoon, to get 10% off your tuition at Amsterdam University and claim your stake in this amazing budding industry. Next sponsor of the show this morning is the Rolling Spoon itself. That's right, Roll Gang. The cannabis multi-tool that I'm going to be using to roll up this joint this morning is the main sponsor of the show, the Weekday Wake and Bake, brought to you by the Rolling Spoon on all of the Rolling Spoon pages on social media. So really, really love my Rolling Spoon. I hope you guys are using your Rolling Spoons to procure yourself up a nice wake and bake this morning, because if you're not wake and baking, Roll Gang, you must be pretty dry. We gotta get you on the show so that you can wake and bake here. But anyways, really excited to share with you guys the questions that I procured from the Roll Gangers on Twitter this week and dive on into answering them. So the first question here on this midweek mailbag episode of the show comes from @Master420, Master420T, I think, 42T, but says, what is this for? So he's actually replying to my mailbag request on Twitter. So basically I posted this tweet that was like, yo, give me a question for tomorrow's midweek mailbag episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. And so Master42T says, what is this for? Well, here we are, my man. I am so excited to be here, answering your redundant ask question while rolling up a beautiful joint with my rolling spoon that I'm about to blaze this morning. So, just like every weekday morning on the Weekday Wake and Bake, we like to burn up while we hit up some free cannabis content for the Roll Gang, and we wake and bake anyway, so might as well come on here and wake and bake together, because sharing is caring and caring is sharing. So make sure you share the show wherever you're consuming the show. We would really, really appreciate that. Help build up our sesh and make a bigger sesh here on this weekday morning. Huge shout out to everybody tuning in on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. This show, I love hopping on here and smoking with you guys. The next question comes from @LuluLime on Twitter. I see what you did there, Lulu. Not Lululemon, LuluLime. Yeah, that's right. What TV show are you watching right now? Asks Lulu. That's a great question. So I don't actually watch too many TV shows. I need to get something out of it. I actually lost friends because I don't watch Euphoria. This one old friend of mine, they were a transgender woman, absolutely great energy, but she basically canceled me because I refused to watch Euphoria with her. I just don't like the negativity. Euphoria is a great show, super popular. I absolutely love Zendaya, but I need to get something out of it. I really like TED Talks. I really like docu-series. But what I'm watching right now is this UFO series on Showtime. Basically, this Showtime series claims that they have physical evidence that UFOs exist. And it's honestly, probably the best UFO docu-series I've ever seen. Super convincing. That's what I'm watching right now. It's called UFO on Showtime. But that's what I'm watching right now. What are you watching, Roll Gang? Use the comments. Hit me up with what you've been watching on TV recently. What TV show you've been binging. While you hit up the comments section with what TV show you've been watching, the question from LuluLime, I'm going to hit up an ad read for the Chamber of Cannabis event coming up, Roll Gang. The Chamber of Cannabis have 10 of the electoral candidates in the local Las Vegas election coming to the next Chamber of Cannabis event on September the 6th. So exciting. Not only an amazing opportunity for you guys to meet the decision makers for our local government, but I think it's super important that these decision makers, the future leaders of our government, feel the amazing energy and vibe of the cannabis industry and what positive energy we can bring and surround them by. So make sure you guys come through the Chamber of Cannabis event, have some fun, have some free cocktails included with the ticket price. Hit up @Chamber of Cannabis on Instagram and click the link in the bio for tickets. So, Quality Vegas Buds tapping in. What's up, QVB? Watching Black Clover, baby. Asta rules. Yo, I haven't watched Black Clover. Maybe we should watch an episode later, my guy. Appreciate you tapping in as always, Joski. But anyways, the next question here on this midweek mailbag episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake comes from oh my goodness, I didn't write the @. Yo, I'm so sorry. I'll post the in the Instagram but they asked any Vegas dispensary recommendations. And I absolutely love this question. I was so excited about the question that I forgot to write your handle, Roll Ganger. Yo, you're gonna get your shout out in the bio of this video. But yo, shout out to whoever asked this question. Any Vegas dispensary recommendations? All right, so it depends what you're looking for and who you are. If you are a tourist, the best two dispensaries in the city, if you guys watch Pawn Stars, there is an amazing dispensary right next to Pawn Stars, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. It's called Canistars Dispensary. One of the best dispensaries in the city for tourists and locals alike. Great prices, great product, great deals. Shout out Mama B, Brenda, one of the best owners in the city. Shout out Jason of the Mojave. Hit up Canistars and go ask for bud tender Jason. He's one of the best bud tenders in the city, no doubt. But if you're a tourist and you just want an unbelievable experience, Planet 13, the parent of Medicine here. Medicine is a great local dispensary. I really love Medicine a lot. But Planet 13 is an absolute cannabis zoo. My guy Zach is the senior buyer at Planet 13, and he's gonna really culture it up, Roll Gang. Like, it's gonna be great to see how Planet 13 keeps evolving, because it's a fact. They're going nowhere. You gotta visit the largest dispensary in the world. Also gotta love, huge shout out Showgrow, huge shout out 420 Sahara, Exhale Dispensary, Cultivate, we got The Source, gotta love The Source, all these amazing dispensaries. Those are the ones that care about the customer, Roll Gang. How do I know? Because they give away rolling spoons. They give away their own brand of rolling spoons. So hit up any one of those dispensaries. Huge shout out to the anonymous asker of this question, the Roll Ganger on Twitter, who asked, any Vegas dispensary recommendations? Great question for your processor. So the next question comes from @GreenTummy. @GreenTummy on Twitter. GreenTummy tweets, what is a rolling spoon? What is a rolling spoon? Well, let me tell you, it didn't exist a year ago. The rolling spoon, there were definitely a ton of things, similar products, but I filed a patent in the last year for any scoop intended for herbal use of smoking material. And basically, it's this scooper to get your weed from your grinder to your bowl piece or your paper. Scoop it, sweep it with the straight edge here, pack it, smoke it. You can roll something like this with it, Roll Gang. If you want a perfect joint like this, every weekday morning I'd be showing you, they look the same. They look the same. They're this smooth, this straight, every single time. Thanks to the straight edge, even distribution of the rolling spoon. But yeah, @GreenTummy, that's what the rolling spoon is. The ultimate cannabis multi-tool. Acquire one for free coming to a dispensary near you. All you gotta do is buy some flour and they'll give you one. And if you really can't wait, Roll Gang, just hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, DMs. We'll get you hooked up. Next question on this midweek mailbag comes from @JohnTillman2. @JohnTillman2, major shout out. But before we get on into it, huge shout out, the predominant place to gain your cannabis industry, Oaksterdam University. Roll Gang, if you're interested in cannabis and learning about this amazing magical plant, Oaksterdam University, the first ever cannabis college, use promo code ROLLINGSPOON, one word, to get 10% off your Oaksterdam University education. It would be so hype to have you guys be a fellow Oaksterdam U alumnus with me. So, huge shout out Oaksterdam University. So @JohnTillman2 says, do you have a favorite sports team? Man, John Tillman, you had to go there, didn't you? John, I am a monster Tennessee Titans fan. A monster Tennessee Titans fan. Like, I know most of the players on the roster, even during the preseason, watch all of the games. Yesterday was a super sad day, cut day. So cut day around the NFL means teams have to cut from like 80 players to 53. So 27 Titans players got cut yesterday. But yeah, John Tillman, I'm a major Tennessee Titans NFL fan. The two-tone blue, we got the king himself, Derrick Henry, with the stiff arms. Ryan Tannehill chucking them dimes. You know how it is. But yeah, huge shout out to 14-year punter, the MV punter, Brett Kern. Guys, I could literally shed a tear on this show. The Titans cut yesterday. The longest tenured Titan on their roster. Major shout out Brett Kern, punting the ball for 14 years for the boys. Had his job taken by Ryan Stonehouse, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, Stoney on the punt now. But, yo, shout out John Tillman, too, for asking me one of my favorite questions. It was really, I just really enjoy answering shit like that. Like, I'm super passionate about the Titans. But, anyways, the last question here on this midweek mailbag episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake is from @BubbaSwisher on Twitter. Kinda coming at me with some juice, but I'm surprised I hadn't been asked this before. Are you single and are you gay? Says @BubbaSwisher. Are you single and are you gay, Processor? Well, so first part of the question, yes, I am single. I am definitely not very actively trying to acquire a significant other, but definitely single. Kind of single, married to this beautiful spoon, this feminine-shaped spoon. But yeah, that's the other half. I mean, I'm not gay. I have all the respect in the world. I lie somewhere on the spectrum. Sexuality is not black and white. It's not like all just two options. But I'm definitely pretty fucking straight. I've never considered hooking up with a guy, never been attracted to a guy, never had any interest in any Johnnies or anything like that. But, I shaped my spoon super femininely because I do believe in the divine feminine. I believe in a feminine ruler. I believe in a feminine god. A female god, but I have no proof. It's just most of the beauty in this world is either a female or provided by a female. So, gotta respect the feminine side. I appreciate you asking the question because I wonder if other people were curious as to my sexual orientation. I'm definitely slender, and I have my ears pierced. I'm definitely in touch with my feminine side, but I am not 100% gay. I'm 97 to 99% straight. And that's what it is. It would take a very, very feminine, beautiful-looking transgender woman for me to probably question. Even then, it's crazy I'm questioning this on live, smoking a joint with the Roll Gang, but just absolutely love the question from @BubbaSwisher. I'm not going to cap you guys. Whatever you ask, I'm going to answer. And really appreciate all the Roll Gangers on Twitter tapping in for this midweek mailbag question, asking me questions @Master421T, @LuluLine, @GreenTummy, @JohnTillman2, and @BubbaSwisher. Yo, you guys are the real OGs. Thank you everybody for tuning in, watching the show here on live. I just appreciate everybody, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. This shit is for you guys. Nothing more I enjoy. What a great way to kick off your day than to hop on with the Roll Gang and smoke up some very fine herb rolled by the rolling spoon perfectly. Roll a dime every time. Yo, just by the way, quick shout out, hit up the Rolling Spoon story. We are making the first ever Rolling Spoon t-shirts for this unbelievable red carpet event at Oaksterdam University that Sarah Franks and I are about to pub up tomorrow on the Wake and Bake. But this t-shirt is going to have some type of quote on it. And there were 8 quote options in a March Madness style bracket. And we have the last 2. So the last 2 quotes that could be put on the Rolling Spoon t-shirt are option 1, want a spoon? And option 2, scoop herb, spread love. So whichever quote you want to see on the first ever Rolling Spoon t-shirt, please hit up the vote in the story on Rolling Spoon on Instagram. Would really appreciate your guys' participation in the vote. But anyways, Roll Gang, so much love to you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning with Sarah Franks, the Director of Marketing at Oaksterdam University, first ever cannabis college, sponsor of the show, my alma mater, and hosting this unbelievable red carpet reopening for their in-person school in Oakland, California. So excited to pub that up with you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific time. You know where to find us, and you know how it is, Roll Gang. Absolutely love session with you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a dank day, Roll Gang.